Good afternoon student. In this video we will see the metal, non-metal and the metalloids. You have studied this in lower classes also, but that classification we are depending on the physical and the chemical characteristic. Here we will see this classification based on its electronic configuration. So we have already seen about the atomic structure of element. In atomic structure you have seen the neutron, proton and electron. So the electron present in the outermost orbit are nothing but the valence electron. That electron take part in the reaction. So here metals are defined as those material which can lose electron and acquire the positive charge. And the non-metals are defined as those substances which can gain the electron and acquire the negative charge. One simple example we will take here, NaCl, that is the sodium chloride. The sodium is the metal and the chlorine is the non-metal. You can see the electronic configuration of sodium, it is 281, that is it have 11 electron and that are distributed in 281 like this. So in outermost orbit there is 1 electron. On the other hand, the atomic number of the chlorine is 17. So the electrons are divided here as 287. So chlorine requires 1 electron to complete its octet, while by losing 1 electron, sodium can be stable. That is, it can have the 8 electron in the outermost orbit. So in this way, by losing 1 electron by Na, it can acquire positive charge, while gaining 1 electron by chlorine, it will gain the negative charge. So as the sodium have lose 1 electron, it have become positive. So such element which will lose 1 electron, 1 or more electron are called as metal, while those who will gain 1 or more electron will be called as non-metal. So generally the atom having 1, 2 or 3 electron in the outermost orbit will try to lose that electron and acquire the positive charge. So such type of element will be metal. On the other hand, those elements which have 5, 6, 7 electron in their outermost orbit will try to gain electron and that will be the non-metal. Now whatever classification that we have just discussed have some exceptions. That exception we will see in another video. But what will be the type of element if they have the 4 valence electron? Because they can gain as well as lose 4 electron. So they can either be metal or non-metal. So generally such type of element will neither be metal nor be non-metal, they will be the metalloids. That is, they will have the characteristic in between metal and non-metal. Such type of element, they generally do not lose or gain the electron, they share the electron with the other element. So such type of bonding is called the covalent bonding, and such type of material, as they haven't gone under any electronic charge transfer, so they will be neutral. They will not acquire any type of charge. So there are a number of such metal, metalloids and non-metals. Some examples are given here, just remember it. So whatever classification that we have seen was based on the electronic configuration and especially on the outermost electron in the atom. So how many electrons will be there in the outermost orbit will depend upon one formula. That formula is twice n square, where n is the orbit number and twice n square represents the number of electron in that orbit. This orbit are called the shell and it have given the alphabet name KLMN for n is equal to 1, 2, 3, 4 respectively. Now how these electrons are filled in the shell of the respective atom, we will see it by example. So these examples are self-explanatory. By seeing that diagram you will understand how the electrons are filled in the respective orbit or shell. To understand this, you need to know about the electrons in a particular atom. So it is the atomic number of atom which represents the number of electron and proton in the particular element. So once the atomic number is known, then the number of electron is known, then that electron you have to fill according to this formula twice n square. So for the first shell n is equal to 1, so there will be 2 electrons. For second shell n is equal to 2, therefore by formula 2n square it's 8. So in second orbit there will be the 8 electrons, and in third orbit n is equal to 3, so there will be 3 square into 2, that is 18. So there will be 18 electrons in the third orbit. So by using this formula you can fill the electrons in the respective atom shell. So here example of argon is given and lithium is given. Atomic number of the lithium is 3. So there will be the 2 electrons in the first orbit and remaining 1 electron will be in the second orbit. Atomic number of argon is 18, so there will be 2 electrons in the first orbit, then 8 electrons in the second, and the remaining 8 electron in the third orbit. So it's over for this video. We will continue in the next video. Thank you.